Impact Monday. I'm Lori Joy, the host of this particular group, and I am excited to talk to you today and give you some extreme value around mindset. Now, mindset is a word that we use often as an entrepreneur, and I want to make sure that we are up leveling our mindset and having it be exactly where we need it to be in order to be the success that we want to be in our business. So thank you all for being here. If you're live, hashtag live, say hello, let me know. And let me know if you are interested. Obviously, you're interested here if you're wanting to talk about mindset. I am going to walk you through some mystery around mindset, right? Now, we all know it's important. We know it is so important as an entrepreneur, but I'm going to walk you through why mindset, right? Some mystery behind it. And then I want to show you the power of your smartphone and some of the things that I use in order to up level my mindset because it always wasn't there. It is something that I have had to do for 11 years of being an entrepreneur online, and I am still working on a daily basis on up leveling my mindset. Now, the reason I want to tell you, I want to talk about mindset, full disclosure here. Hello, Tara. Hello, Sharon. The reason I want to talk about mindset today is because inside of my academy, Launch It Live Academy, we just added a Wellness Wednesday because we have to take care of ourselves as an entrepreneur. We know that we have to take care of ourselves as just a human being in general. If we want to do anything in our life and do it well, if we are not well here from our head, top of our head to the bottom of our feet, there's going to be a disconnect not only in what we're doing in our business, but what we're doing in our lives. So if you want to be the entrepreneur who has and uses 5-day boot camps to be reaching 5-figure launches, which is what I teach here, then you need to have the mindset to achieve it. Because I can show you every framework. I can give you every step by step. I can break down everything you possibly need. I give templates and scripts and all of the things that you need to hit your 5K launch. If you do not believe it in here, it will never happen. And mindset is so important, but a lot of us don't treat it or work on it as often as we should. So I want to talk about what kind of mindset you have, how to transform that particular mindset, and then I want to show you how you can do it on your smartphone. Are you ready, ladies? Are you ready? Okay, who do I have here? Hi, Dina. Hello, ladies. All right. Napoleon Hill wrote a book. If you have read it, tell me in the comments. It's called Think and Grow Rich. And he once said that whatever the mind can achieve and believe, can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Hi, Kate. Now, if you really took that to heart, everything that the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. If you really believe that, the most important thing you would start your day with as an entrepreneurial woman is mindset. And if you do, and if you have tactics, the more power to you. If you don't, and you're looking for more tactics, you are in the right place. In fact, the mind is such a powerful instrument. It can deliver to you literally everything you want. Good morning, Shauna, right? It's been a while for me too, Sharon, since I've read it. But first you have to believe that what you want is possible. And belief, ladies, is a choice. It is simply a thought that you choose to think over and over until it becomes automatic. Scientists used to believe, right, that humans responded to information flowing to the brain from the outside world. This is what they believed. But today they're learning instead that we respond to what the brain, on the basis of experience, expect to happen there. There was a study done with people who needed arthroscopic knee surgery. right? They had painful, worn out knees, and they were given two types of surgery. They were given two options for surgery, either scraping out the knee, right, at the knee joint, or washing it out. Just the word scraping makes me want to go for the other one, okay? And the results were then compared to patients who had unknowingly received a pretend surgery. I find this mind blowing. They had, where doctors actually, all they did was made tiny incisions on the person's knee as if to suggest they had placed their surgical instruments in them. But actually, they did nothing. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Linda. They did nothing. 2 years later, these patients who underwent this pretend surgery reported equal improvement in the pain relief and the knee function they had as, right, as those who actually had received an actual surgery. So the brain expected the imaginary surgery to improve the knee, and it did. Now, many of you may know what this is called, but it's called the placebo effect. And it has been done in countless different scenarios and with countless amounts of people. So this is why the mind is so important. So it has to do obviously with a lot of neuropsychology, right? So neuropsychologists and Mary Beth, right? Hi. I miss you so much. Mary Beth is like a neuroscientist geek, right? She loves this stuff. So she can attest to this. She's actually in there reading and doing the studies. So neuropsychologists who study what they call this expectancy theory says that we spend our whole lives becoming conditioned, right? Which is true. We do. Through a lifetime's worth of events, our brain actually learns what to expect next, whether it actually happens or not. But because our brains expect something will happen in a certain way, we often achieve exactly what we anticipate. Right? So this is when I started to read about mindset, because in my teaching career, we had professional development. So we would go and learn about all things that we could bring to, right, our university students or my high school students. But I never did more personal development until I got into the entrepreneurial space. And that's why I love it so much. But it is like a muscle that you need to keep working on every day. So that's why it's so important to hold positive expectations in your mind when you replace your old negative expectations with more positive ones. When you begin to believe that what you want is possible, your brain will actually take over the job of accomplishing that possibility for you. I'll often talk about a GPS. Who has a GPS? Karen Coleman, hello. Good morning, sweet dear. So great to see you. Who has a GPS in their vehicle? I swear a GPS is saving marriages everywhere, because you used to have the map and then your partner would be there and they would never want to stop for directions, and then you'd be fighting, you'd be lost. So whenever I don't know where I'm going, whether that's in town or if I'm driving out of town, what happens is I punch in the address in my GPS. Now, I trust that my GPS system is going to take me on that journey. It's going to eventually take me to my desired destination. What happens is I don't know how I'm going to get there. I just put my trust and faith in that system that it's going to happen. And that's the same thing we have to do as female entrepreneurs, as women business owners, is to hold space for that vision that we know and need to believe can come true. And then wait for that to come. Now, we don't just sit here in our chair and we think, I want to have 5K launch. I want to have a 5K launch. I want to have a 5K launch. Where is everybody? Right? That's not what we're doing. But our brain will actually expect to achieve that outcome when we put that vision out there. So just like you don't know how you're going to get to your desired destination through your GPS, the same thing is true with the way that you think. So I really want you to protect the way you think in your life, right? I remember Karen Coleman, who is on here with us, who'd been part of the nursing profession for years, and now she's a retired nurse. But I remember saying to me one time while we were on a call together, saying that I take very good care of myself because of the situations that she's put in as a nurse. And if she is not prepared to take care of herself, not only physically, but especially mentally, there's no way that she can walk in to a room and do that nursing job at the level that needs to be done. Does that make sense? So when we are coming into this entrepreneurial journey, yes, we want the strategies and we want the step by step and we want the templates and we want the scripts and we want all the things that come with it. But if we are not mentally preparing ourselves on a daily basis, there is no way that we are going to be able to achieve that outcome. And now that we know, right, with all the studies done in the brain and what's happening, that if we just, our brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening live and what's happening subconsciously. You are training your brain with your thoughts, right? Hi, Jane. Hi, ladies. So a quote from Napoleon Hill is, you can be anything you want to be if you only believe with sufficient conviction and act in accordance with your faith. For whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve, right? I read this particular quote by Napoleon Hill, and I didn't really get it at first when I started my entrepreneurial journey, but I definitely get it now. So with us adding in a mindset call into the academy on Wednesdays, we are not only growing our businesses, we are growing our mindset, we are growing our belief in ourselves, we are growing our faith in ourselves, so that we can become the business owner who then can bring in the paid people and serve them at a higher level. I can't say, come in and I'm going to show you how to have a 5K launch if, one, I've never done it before myself, and if I don't have the processes to put you through in order to do it. And I have to be the one to pour belief into my ladies when sometimes they don't believe it themselves. And for all of you ladies who are watching here live or on the replay, you will do the exact same thing. Okay? So another quote from Richard, GPS is a lifesaver, Mary Beth says. I know. A quote from Richard Bach. Ladies, I get chills before I even read this quote. Sooner or later, those who win are those who think they can. Wow. Okay. So could you believe about yourself, right? So is what we're believing about ourselves going to impact our success or failure? Absolutely. If any of you are into, right, neuropsychology and the brain and mindset, you're probably aware of Carol Dweck, Dweck. Okay, she's a psychologist who's big in the mindset field. And she believes that your beliefs play a pivotal role in whether you want to achieve success or not, right? Which we all know. If your mindset is geared towards failure, then that's exactly what's going to happen, right? So she has found that it is your mindset that plays a significant role in determining achievement and success. So what exactly is mindset? It's our set of beliefs, right, that shape how we make sense of the world and how it influences how we think, feel, and behave in any given situation, right? So there are two different kinds of mindset, fixed and growth. And what I am so excited to see in great, awesome, Jane, especially I have an 11-year-old son, is he comes home and they are actually teaching this in the school, right? So he comes home and he's learning on how to have a fixed and growth mindset. If any of you have smaller children, like say 12 and under, Big Life Journal is a godsend when it comes to fixed and growth mindset for your children. So definitely look into that. And she believes that we either have fixed traits and they can't be changed, or you have, right? Or you have a growth mindset where you're believing something can always be worked on and can be made different, right? So if you have a fixed mindset, you think this is the way it's going to be, this is the way it's going to be, and that's it. Sorry. And if you have a growth mindset, you believe that your talents and abilities can be developed over time. And that's what we're doing here, right? As entrepreneurs, we come into the space thinking we have this vision for ourselves. We have this vision for ourselves and we have this vision for our lives. And then we think about, okay, how can I take my skills that I have and turn them into an online profitable business? Those of you that are here inside of this group, I am showing you how to do that through going live, launching live, using 5-day boot camps to have 5-figure launches. And you are actually open-minded and believing and learning, right, that this can be done for you. You believe that your talent and intelligence alone leads to success, right? And effort is also required. So here are some fixed versus growth mindset. So a fixed mindset will think either I'm good at it or I'm not, right? So either I'm good at playing volleyball or I'm not, or I'm good at sales or I'm not, or I'm good at going live on camera or I'm not. And a growth mindset will say I can learn to do anything I want, right? A fixed mindset will just say that's just who I am. I can't change it. And a growth mindset will say I'm constantly evolving and I'm a work in progress, right? And the more growth mindset, obviously, we have as entrepreneurs, the better our success for our business and our lives is going to be. Cindy, mindset is so important. I agree. So is your mindset created? How is your mindset created in the first place? So Carol Dweck says that we have 2 primary sources of how our mindset is created. And we're going to have to look like back into our childhood a little bit here, ladies, to see if we've came up with praising mindset or a labeling mindset, both of which occur in early childhood, she says. So when she's done a number of experiments, Dweck and her colleagues, and they found that kids behave very differently depending on the type of praise they received. So, for example, they found that personal praise or praising a child's talents or labeling them as smart promotes a fixed mindset. It sends a message to a child that they either have the ability or they don't. And there's nothing that they can do to change the fact, right? Process praise, on the other hand, emphasizes the effort the person puts in to accomplish a task. So it implies their success is due to the effort and the strategy they use, both of which they can control and improve over time. So here's an example of how they're different, okay? And I'll use this as, in a child example because we can all kind of relate to it. Whether we have children or not, you can relate to it. So if your child comes home and has a good grade on their math test, okay? Personal praise might be, see, you are good at math. You got an A on your test. Process praise, on the other hand, might sound like this. I'm impressed by how hard you studied for your math test. You read the material over several times, asked your teacher for help in order for you to figure out, the tricky problems, and tested yourself on it. That really worked. Huge difference, right? Huge difference. And now I'm guessing everything I've ever said to my kid, right? So your mindset plays a critical role in how you cope with life's challenges. And so as you go through this entrepreneurial journey, ladies, we know, right? We've seen the adage where it shows, this is the entrepreneurial life. Like there are some great days and everything's going, and then sometimes it goes to pot and then it goes up again, and it's not easy. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It is not. And so we have to really protect what goes on in here so that we are able to navigate those dips in our entrepreneurial journey in our business, right? She says, Carol Dweck says that some people are more likely to persevere in the face of setbacks. So instead of like throwing in the towel, adults with a growth mindset view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. And I will tell you, over 11 years of being online in multiple different, niches and doing different things, I have had a lot of setbacks. But I wouldn't be here with you today, and you wouldn't be here with me today if at some point, and I know we have all had this, if at some point you have had a setback and you threw in the towel, you wouldn't be here with me today, and I wouldn't be here with you. And that's why we need to protect what we're thinking, who we're surrounding ourselves with. We need to be in a loving and supportive community with people who are doing the same thing as us. And that's what I'm hoping you're going to find here in this free group, right? My ladies in the academy, they have that. We are one big family. Everybody knows each other. Everybody's in everybody else's launches, supporting each other. It's a great, great community. But here, right, with me just coming live once a week, I want to create that for you as well, right? Want to create that for you as well. So how do we unfix kind of that fixed mindset? If we come into points in our entrepreneurial journey and we are like, I can't do this, I can't get through this, right? These are some of the things that we can do. One, you want to focus on the journey. Right? So an important factor when building a growth mindset is seeing the value in the journey. There have been some awful things that have happened to me in my entrepreneurial journey, where you think that this is wonderful and you're serving people and you're doing everything you can, and then you turn around one day and, there's something in your face of just totally unexpected. So when you're fixated on the end result, you miss out on all the things you could be learning along the way. Everything that we do in our business, ladies, right? Me showing up live every Monday, you showing up in your business, putting out your offers, you building your Facebook groups, you going live, all of the things that you do are taking you on this spectacular journey. And when you get to the end, I don't think we'll ever get to the end of where we actually ever want to be, because we as entrepreneurs are always evolving. We're always growing. We're always learning. We're always doing. We're always thinking, right? Of how we can do things better, how we can make our programs better, our journeys for our people better. So if we can focus on the journey, what is this teaching me? What is this? And we might think of it as a setback sometimes in our business, but what is this actually teaching me? And then move on. The second thing we can do is incorporate the word yet. So if you're struggling with the task, ladies, remind yourself that you just haven't mastered it yet. Integrating this word into your vocabulary signals, right, that despite any struggles that you're having, you can overcome anything. Think about just some people in your world that you know that are struggling or have gone through incredible things in your life, and they're still able to get up in the morning and keep moving forward. So we maybe are struggling and we haven't mastered something yet. Pay attention to your thoughts and words. I remember back in the day, I was following a particular lady. I still love her to bits. And she was doing a negativity thought cleanse. And so every time you had a negative thought in your head, and we did it for a week, you had to catch that thought really quick. You had to, acknowledge that thought, and then you had to replace that thought. Now it's interesting when you start thinking or paying attention to how many times a negative thought might come in your head in a day. It might overwhelm you, right? But just try to pay attention to your words and your thoughts. That's why a lot of you ladies are, you use affirmations, you listen to meditations, and I'm going to show you a number of things that you can do on your phone here in a minute to help you pay attention and have those positive words and thoughts in your mind. And then you want to take on some challenges, right? Making mistakes is one of the best ways that you can learn. Who's the lady who owns Spanx? What is her name? I'm having a mind fart, but we all know the lady who runs Spanx. Anyway, I remember her telling a story one time, and she was saying that her dad would encourage her and her siblings to sit at the table every day, the dinner table, and talk about how they failed or what they made a mistake on during that day. And then take the positive spin on it. And what did you learn from it? Right? What did you learn from it? Sarah, what's her name? Sarah, somebody help me, ladies, right? So making mistakes is one of the best ways to learn. So instead of shying away from things that push us past our comfort zone, we want to embrace them and go for it. We want to embrace them and go for it. And each and every one of you at the different stages of your business will actually, Sarah Blakely, thank you, Kate. You will actually come across things that will be very uncomfortable. Like you'll feel it viscerally in your body that you know that you have to move forward. But our body is, and we're all wired to stay safe, to stay in this comfort zone. And sometimes when we're not pushing ourselves past that comfort zone in our business, you're going to feel it here. I remember several times this year in my business alone, knowing that I had to do something to push forward and, then finding something else to do or thinking about it and finding something else to do. And it wasn't until I actually took on that this whole, tightness in the chest is kind of relieved, Now, some of the things that I do to protect my mindset are on my phone. Now, I'm looking at your comments on my phone, so I'm just going to tell you some of the things I do here. So, one of the wonderful resources that I refer to is the app called Calm, CALM. Now, I've been meditating for a long time. I'm no meditation guru, but I love a good guided meditation. Okay. So especially when I'm in launch mode, I always go to bed. I often do during the year, but especially when I'm in launch mode, I go to bed listening to a guided meditation on the Calm app. And I will actually go to a meditation on gratitude. Because when you're able, ladies, to get out in front of other people, knowing full well that some people may be judging, people may be watching to see if you're going to fail. Some people may be, whatever it is. We have a lot of people that are surrounding us that don't get what we do as an entrepreneur, right? I'm not the only one. So what happens is when we are able to have the faith and the power and the confidence and the out of box thinking to get up in front of other people and actually make a difference in other people's lives, that is powerful. And so I go into the Calm app and I listen to especially the meditation on gratitude, because I am grateful that I am able to stand up every day when I'm, pouring my heart out to anybody who wants to attend my boot camp. And I'm grateful for all the ladies that are live. I'm grateful for all the ladies that are live or on the replay today. I'm grateful for the fact that you're in this group willing to learn. I'm grateful for the fact that you're open-minded to learning something new, which I can bring and change your business. There is so much gratitude, and I just download it as much as I can. Now, in your smartphone, ladies, everybody knows how to set an alarm. Okay? So you know how to set an alarm. Now, I'm an iPhone user, so I'm going to talk about that. But if you have, a different smartphone, it's still there. The option is still going to be there. So what you can do is when you go into your alarm settings, and I do this often so that I'm mindful in different parts of the day. So I connect my iPhone, my watch, right, with my iPhone. And often what happens is during the day is I get notifications, so my watch will vibrate, and the Breathe app will come up on my watch. And it says just a minute of deep breathing will help you change, your mindset and what you're doing today. And it randomly goes off in different times of the day. And it reminds you to actually sit, stop what you're doing, right? Not if you're driving or anything like crazy like that, but if you're at work or if you're just, watching TV, you can stop, take a moment, and it walks you through 6 deep breaths. That's all it is. It's just a minute of deep breathing, right? Clearing your mind, becoming centered. And I love it that it's automatic and it just goes off. Another thing I do with my alarms is in your phone, you can go and you can set a new alarm, but instead of having the sound come up on your phone, you can pick a song. So imagine, and you can also pick what the alarm says. You can change the words instead of it might say 6 a.m. It might be a 6 a.m. alarm wake up. But underneath, you can actually add an affirmation, or you can actually add a phrase. So years ago, when I was getting up and going to work out at 5 o'clock, because a couple of girlfriends and I were doing a competition, a workout bodybuilding competition, and I would meet the ladies at 5. I would set my alarm, and the alarm would go off, and it would say, "This is a great way to start your day. This will, different." It had different phrases. So what you can do is have a phrase, or you can have an affirmation pop up on your alarm, but then you can have a song wake you up. So imagine if you were like the song "Happy" by, and you can be like, "This is a great way to wake you up," right? And this is a great way to wake you up, and this is a great way for you to start your day. And you can say, "Good morning, beautiful," and have the happy song come on. And that can immediately change the way you're thinking or moving forward in the day. Now, you can start your day like that. You can end your day like that. You can have it go off on certain times of the day, but you can change your alarm to show affirmations, to have actually writing underneath there, and to actually play a song. Now, I love dancing, I love music, I love it all. And so I use this as much as I can, right? I use this as much as I can. So I go into different apps like Calm. I have the breathe thing set on my watch. I use my alarms to, deliver those affirmations throughout the day. They pop up on my screen, and I protect my mindset. Protect my mindset. So when you are venturing forward and getting into this entrepreneurial journey, or looking to scale on this entrepreneurial journey, I want you to be diligent about your mindset. I want you to be surrounded with women who get what you're doing. I want you to use all of these, you use this device, right, that you've got right here to remind yourself how absolutely incredible you are. And when you start to change other people's lives in the process, there's no stopping you. But I want you to work on that mindset every single day. So when those little things pop up in your business, or someone says something negatively to you in your business, or the sales don't happen like you want them to in your business to start, protect your beautiful mindset. You can wire exactly what's happening here. You can wire exactly what's happening here. And so I want you to think about that quote. Was it by Richard Bach? Where is it? Let me find it here. Sooner or later, those who win are those who think they can. I want to thank you so much for being here live, for sharing all of your beautifulness in the comments. Thank you, Shauna. I'm grateful for you too. I'm grateful for you too, Nicole. Thank you, ladies, for being here. I will see you next Monday at noon Eastern for our next training. Love and hugs to you. Take care. Bye-bye.